2019 to 2022. However, during our presentation, we are going to focus mostly on 2022. I'll start with the presentation outline. We'll look at issues to do with methodology of our quarterly growth rates as well as key industries performance. By way of introduction, this release covers quarterly GDP estimates for Zimbabwe for the period 2019 to 2022. The compilation of quarterly GDP is a response to the increasing demand for high-frequency statistics from stakeholders. You also note that since 2020, we've also been producing quarterly labor force figures. Quarterly estimates of GDP are a high-frequency indicator of economic activity, which provides the impetus for timely policy intervention. Looking at methodology, the compilation follows the conceptual framework of the 2008 Systems of National Accounts. The production approach to quarterly GDP was used to estimate current and constant GDP estimates. This series is not deseasonalized, since best practice requires a minimum of 5 years for a series to be deseasonalized. Looking at our data sources, quarterly GDP estimates are generated from leading key indicators of economic activities for the various sectors of the economy. And these key indicators are derived from both survey and administrative data. Looking at our overall quarterly growth rates, quarterly national accounts focus on the short-term developments in the economy. The magnitude and direction of quarterly GDP growth rates at constant prices are essential. The year-to-year quarterly growth rates measure the growth in value added at constant prices for a quarter in relation to the same quarter in the preceding year. That is your year-to-year. We are comparing the quarter 1, 2023 and quarter 1, 2022 as an example. For quarter-to-quarter growth rates, this refers to the change in value added at constant prices for succeeding quarters. The following graph shows the quarterly growth rates at constant prices for the period under review. Quarterly growth rates over the period 2019 to 2022 shows quarterly fluctuations in economic activity. In 2022, quarter 1 recorded a slowdown of 16.1%, with sustained recoveries of 3.6%, 5.6%, and 6.8% for quarter 2, 3, and 4 respectively. Next, we want to look at the key industries. Start with agriculture. In 2022, the industry recorded quarterly growth rates of minus 9.4%, 13%, minus 2.3%, and 9.7% in the quarters first, second, third, and fourth quarter respectively. Next, we look at mining and quarrying. On a quarter-to-quarter basis, the mining industry grew by minus 10.7%, 1.8%, 14.2%, and 7.1% for first, second, third, and fourth quarter respectively in 2022. Next, we look at manufacturing. On a quarter-to-quarter basis, manufacturing recorded growth rates of 28.1%, 47.7%, and minus 0.8% for second, third, and fourth quarters respectively in 2022. Next, we look at wholesale and retail trade. The industry recovered from a negative growth of 27.1% during quarter 1 to 1.6% in quarter 2, 6.7% in quarter 3, and 25.8% in quarter 4 of 2022. We also look at electricity. Growth is determined by volume of electricity produced. Electricity production recorded positive growth of 1.5%, 6.2% in the first and second quarter of 2022. Output, however, declined by 11.3% and 17.2% in quarter 3 and quarter 4 respectively. We look next at water. On an annual basis, a significant share of water is usually produced in the third through to the fourth quarters, which is the most dry period of the year. In 2022, water production growth rates recovered by 6.5% and 33.2% in the second and third quarters. Production slightly declined by 8.9% in the fourth quarter.